So we're Mastermind Media. We do our podcast a little bit different here. We live stream this to our Discord, and we have an
Okay.
interactive chat so they can send us questions if they have any. And we also have
All
some
right, bet.
preset questions that we've done. Just to hop right into it, man. How did you get into mixed martial arts, and what was your starting profession? Like, what style did you train starting out?
I mean, what got me into it was just man, just being an athlete, competing in other sports and other things, and man, really, I just wanted to be dangerous, man. What motivated me was like, of course, like seeing like what motivated me as far as giving me the visuals, bro. Like watching Creed, I seen Creed come out, and I was like, man, he gave me the visual that I can do it, but I always wanted to try it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'm glad I did, but I like so I just man, it was just I seen the opportunity to really get into something that I always wanted to do, and I just got the gym membership, bro. And it really went from there. It took off from there. It was just me in the gym. First one to just box. I really found the liking to just boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just hands. Then one day, coach was like, at the time, the dude, my Coach Terry, he was running the gym before I met Brian Hall, my head coach now. He was like, man, try kickboxing. And I did kickboxing for the first time, man. They tore my legs up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They kicked, man. We would start out just kicking. And that was my first time, man, feeling that type of pain like that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dang, it's crazy. Like, I ain't want to do it. Like, I'm straight on that, bro. Just let me know when the next boxing class is, bro. You know what I'm saying? But so it really just started, man. Just wanted to be dangerous. That what got me into it. Wanted to learn something new and express my athleticism in a different way, I guess.
Do you think martial arts is something that everybody should pick up a form of, like just some type of martial art?
Man, I do. I actually do. I do feel like at first I used to say every man need to like train something to become dangerous. Like, and if you want to be a protector, of your family, I feel like man that I feel like every at first I said every man should do it, but now I agree that even women should take at least do some jujitsu. Man, I feel like jujitsu is it should be like like a needed thing in every family, bro. I feel like it's very, useful, especially for women, especially for children, kids. You know what I'm saying? It's a good discipline to learn.
Yeah, good to have it when the time comes.
Yeah.
Who is your greatest inspiration?
Man, my greatest inspiration, man, I honestly gotta say Jesus, man. I say Jesus. Um, yeah, Jesus.
The best
Jesus.
answer.
Yeah, man, Jesus. And it's like a lot of people. It's like it seemed like a a simple answer, which it is, but it's like, man, if you really look at it, all the way up until this time, you look at everything you've been through in your life, and you when you read the story of Jesus, you see that he went through like 100 times worse with the best character to have going to like in the time of struggle. So I feel like man, I'm gonna forever be trying to I'm gonna forever try to dispute those type of characteristics while I'm struggling, while I'm going through my process or whatever and fighting in life. So yeah, I say Jesus because of that reason. Because he was a G, man. He was a real G.
Sweet. Who are your top five all fighters? Doesn't matter if they're retired or what, just all time.
Top five, I gotta go. Roy Jones Jr. Just all categories.
Yeah, all categories.
Roy Jones Jr. Of course, the goat man, John Jones. Mike Tyson, the most dominant. Floyd Mayweather. I'm studying. I'm looking at him right now. The most skilled. And like what's it? There's four, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got one more. I want to do another MMA fighter just because, but it ain't really nobody that I can say by age. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know, man. Let me see. Cause I want to do all boxing. Cause I know MMA the most dominant, form of like fight. But I throw Khabib on there, bro. I gotta throw Khabib on there,
it's a solid answer.
and that's just me being like a just a realist. I gotta throw Khabib on there, bro. Got to.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What are your favorite things to do outside of fighting?
Man, basketball, skate, and man, hit up events, bro. As far as like basketball events, man, high school, football, track events. Just more so I like the support, man. I like to see the dreams, like the start of dreams. So I do a lot of that, man. So man, training, uh, just in general, like in everything, like if ain't gonna say just for fighting or just for MMA. So I just like to just stay in shape. I just love the, what I'm saying, just always to get the feeling of me getting better in general. So I say skating, basketball, and just more so support in whatever way they could be.
That's awesome.
Who's been your toughest opponent so far, and what did you learn the most from them?
Man, I can't really say my toughest opponent. I gotta say my toughest situation because I feel like all my, I could say that, but I was at different phases and times of my life, and I think it actually I can put it in order by the way the fights came, and I can say my toughest opponent was my last opponent as far as the situation and like the way it was set up and the way basically the position that I was in, the position that that whole fight in general was in. Uh, I can say my last opponent for real. I can say my last opponent.
Is 170 the weight that you feel best at, or have you thought about moving around at all?
Man, I thought about moving up. Man, I'm just getting too big, bro. When I first started fighting, I was walking around at like 178. No, I was like chubby at like my body fat percentage. I was kind of chubby at like 189. I was chubby. Now I'm walking around with 205 abs, man. Getting up to 210. But it's the holidays though, so I'm gonna see what it look like. But the way, it's just, man, it take a lot more to. I ain't gonna say the weight cuts are harder. It's just it take a lot more discipline and focus to to do. I can't. I used to be able to cut weight in my sleep. Now it's more so like, man, I got to really focus on the nutrition part of it more than I used to. So thinking about going up, and I feel like there's a lot of, when I look at going up in weights, I look at the top 10, top five. You know what I'm saying? So of course, there's a lot of 180 that 185ers in the UFC that I know I can beat, but I'm looking at Izzy's. I'm looking at the, I'm gonna say the top five right now. You saying Sean Strickland? I'm talking about. Um, you can't really say Alex Pereira no more. But Alex Pereira actually fought at one. So I'm looking at those guys right there. Um, to where it's like if I go up to 185, I have to gain an extra 15 pounds of muscle. You know what I'm saying? For me to feel like I'm comfortable with this. So I say, yeah, I have thought about that. But I feel like 170 is just like, man, give me a couple more, another year, just feeling the same. I really do feel like a real freshman in the UFC, to where it's like, man, it's like when I came in high school, I can kind of compare it to like when I was a freshman in college and I was a freshman in high school, and those guys it's just a different level physically. But I definitely feel like my capabilities will, what I'm saying, catch up and surpass like they always did. So yeah, I feel like, man, I'm comfortable at 170. I want to stay at 170. I see top five contingent, like, what I'm saying, at 170. So I'm good there. I just gonna bite down and just be more disciplined. Stop eating these things right here, man. Yeah.
That's it.
Another one I had for you, man. How does it feel after all the grinding and everything to actually step into the octagon in the UFC?
Man, if you're a fan of the sport and if you a fighter that's looking to, man, get to that level, man, coming from the bottom of it is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, if you grow up watching the sport and you grow up with this attitude that it's I don't really know. Well, if I grew up and Khabib was my big cousin, if I grew up in or if Rampage was in Memphis, walking around here, like showing people the way. Like when I go to the UFC PI, I see guys that's not in the UFC in the PI getting that feeling of that professional uh like I can say catering. You see what I'm saying? And the thing about it, I went straight from, man, the I can say the dungeon of a gym to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So it's just real raw for me. So I say for me, it's so amazing and beautiful, bruh. And I can't explain nothing like it. It's definitely like the NBA dream that I was chasing. It's definitely a good swap out of that. Man, it's like fighting in an arena and fighting at at the apex is two totally different feelings within itself. It's like, man, it's great, but if you're not a person that's a pressure based person, or if you didn't have that upbringing, like as far as you have like a Khabib as a cousin or a fighter or somebody like those connections to the game before, like you have to have the strongest confidence and mindset to do it to be effective at it. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of guys that got those that then to come to the like getting the UFC coming through the contender series was a big deal for me because it's like I earned that. Like I didn't just knock somebody out at LFA and then they give me a short notice call. It's like I want to put the work in on that level to where it's like, man, you gotta show up right now. You know what I'm saying? Like think about any other what I'm saying, profession. Like if you rapping, they're like, bro, spit your hardest verse right now on the track right now. What you got? You got to spit the most fire, like, what I'm saying, shit you got. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like the contender series was. Like I had to get them I had to give them the most explosive, the most, what I'm saying, like I had to get the most aggressive, the most strategic part of me, right there, right there at that moment. So I feel like the way I came in and the experience that I had, I have got the full expression of it. It's a lot of, what I'm saying? So I'm glad I came that way. I wouldn't have wanted it any other type of way. I wouldn't have wanted that, short, notice call up and just give it, like, how they have like a short notice call up on a pay-per-view card and you just come out there and you get just a great experience. No, I'm glad they let me work for it. I'm glad I worked for it. I'm glad I put in that work because now it's like I feel unstoppable. I feel unstoppable with fighting with for both of my UFC fights with a broke arm. You know what I'm saying? So it feel good, like knowing that I'm not just an athlete. I'm not. I'm smart like I thought I was. I'm a technical fighter like I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I like that
That's
answer.
awesome.
Thanks, man.
What about hearing your name being announced from Bruce Buffer? That's got to feel some type of way, huh?
dude. To be honest, man, like bro, it take years to process that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all fans of the sport. Like I said, bro, it was years ago, and some I seen it was a guy watching the UFC like, bro, you will ever do that? I'm like, man, hell nah, I never do that, bro. Hell nah. And it was like I say back in 2012, somebody asked me that question while they were watching. I'm like, man, hell nah, bro. It's too much grabbing. I'm claustrophobic. I'm like, no, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like to get to actually be like right here, right now, and like, yeah, I have got that interview with Joe Rogan in the cage and have got that call from Bruce Buffer, bro. You gotta kind of just, man, take time to really process. It's just so much going on to where you can't. I haven't processed it yet. It's amazing, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it gotta be normal. Like you can't be a fanboy in this sport. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a fanboy. You gotta understand this your job. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your mindset gotta be more so business and straightforward. It ain't really time to play. So you can't really enjoy it in the moment. Or you will like or you won't fight. You know what I'm saying? Or you'll when Bruce Buffer leave, you'll leave asking for an autograph. Like you can't focus, bro. It's so much stuff going on around you, bro. The process is so amazing, and like I said, bro. So now I don't really like it feel great, but it'll feel greater, what I'm saying, like a year from now, looking back on it because like I said, it's some things I'm just processing the contender series. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 2 fights in. It's like, bro, that already, bro, like 2-0 in the UFC already, bro. Like it's crazy. And those moments was big moments. Like that debut was a big moment. That last fight was a very testing moment. You know what I'm saying? Of my heart and my mindset and if I really my will of if I really want to do this sport, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I don't know, bro. Just know it's live as hell. Just know that it's live, bro. It's live, bro. The simplest form, bro. The simplest turn, man. It was live as hell, bro. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Another one I
Yeah.
had for you. Could we get your opinion on UFC 311, the main and co-main?
Somebody that's coming up,
Yeah.
bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing about being in UFC. You focus on your date. I don't even know. Y'all gotta just tell me
So
yeah.
it's Makachev and Armin, and then we got Umar and Marab.
Umar Morale. Man, to be honest, bro, I don't know. Y'all gotta tell me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gotta tell me what y'all think because, like I said, I've been so. somebody just actually look when it was a fan asked me what I thought about it last night, and I like, bro, I ain't been keeping up with nothing, and I should have really looked when they sent me the car. I should have really looked at it, bro. If I would know, y'all would have asked me that, bro. But man, I don't know, bro. Like I said, I feel like what weight class is it? I can tell you.
Rob's bantamweight and then 145.
No,
Okay,
lightweight.
A light
Uh,
155.
yeah.
okay. See, that's why I ain't really eating too much watching anyway. Different weight classes, but I can tell you. I feel like I do know Marab. I feel like he can get the job done 100%. Uh, I feel like he a very dangerous fighter, and I feel like I love his character. I love his character, bro. I feel like what's crazy about him is I feel like he got the attitude, what I'm saying? Because I feel like, UFC is dying when it come down to personality. Because I feel like so many foreign fighters to where people don't, speak English. To where I feel like you have to kind of more so look at the personality now. You're not really getting the personality from the words and connection through like the upbringing or the background of these fighters. But I can say the way, like how I connect with is the way that they handle pressure. And I just like the way he handled the pressure of the sport. So I'm gonna go with him. The other two fights, bro. I mean, other three fighters, I don't really know. I don't really know what to say about them.
Cool.
What can we expect from you, or what can we expect on fight night come March 1st?
To be honest, bro, me having fun, man. I haven't been a fun game for me in a long time, bro. It's been busy, probably since I went pro. I think because I can run y'all just real quick through the mindset of what a professional fighter is. Before you know it, like you'll be in a position to where it's like your first fight is like you want that first dub to be solidified and standard. So it's like it's not a fun fight. You like, bro, I gotta get one. That one is like it's always the next one up, one up, one up. So out of that first fight, it was like, man, let's just get in the door. Being 1-0 as a pro was beautiful. The next fight was like, it was for Rampage in Miami. So I just wanted that real bad. I wanted to represent. The third fight was more so, I mean, it was probably the most comfortable fight for me because it's like I kind of feel like I did, just out of my expectations, man. I'm 2-0. 2-0 felt big, just like being 2-0 in the UFC feel big. Going pro, being 20, 2-0 felt similar to the situation I'm in now. So it was a real comfortable fight for me. And, I went out there, got the knockout. But once I got to 4-0, they started talking that UFC talk. They started talking that, potential, opportunities to, to be, basically a couple more fights, man. We going we'll be looking at a short notice, what I'm saying, or we'll be looking at contender series. This when the game became all business, like, bro, it's straight to the point, bro. I'm working, like I'm working, bro. I'm trying to knock everybody out. I gotta knock everybody out, and that was I had a high standard for myself because now the dream is getting close. Um, so yeah, it haven't been fun for me. But so yeah, and the same thing. Once I got the contender series, I got to get this knockout, got to get this finish debut. I want to make a statement. Then second fight was more so. It was a beautiful fight in the beginning. Then they gave me the short notice switch out. You know what I'm saying, with the with the guy. So it was more so. It wasn't the fight that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the fight that I feel like I was ready for because I knew I don't make excuses, but I knew my arm was still broke. You know what I'm saying? But I know I've been training and I've been training, so I've been basically uh doing a whole lot of game planning for a specific fighter. You know what I'm saying? I did a whole lot of game planning and I ended up fighting a guy that was an opposite stance, way bigger, way durable. Because I feel like with Uri's Medic, I was like, man, he's smaller. So I feel like my durability with a broke arm would kind of level out with him. You see what I'm saying? So I felt I was I didn't do no upper body, workout. So it was like, man, the second fight in the UFC was just scary for me as far as like staph infection, broke arm, new opponent 2 weeks out. So I just had to get in there and figure it out. I had to get in there and feel him. And getting in there, I was tired, bro. I'm talking, I was dead tired the whole fight. And and a lot of people, it taught me a lot about fans. It taught me a lot about my family. It taught me a lot about a lot about what the game, is as far as like, man. we don't care about how you feel. We don't care about your arm being broke. And that's why I don't make excuses. But it showed me like I don't want to get back in that cage if I'm not 100% and I can't be left-handed God in that cage. So that taught me that because I feel like, man, yeah, I had broke arm, yeah, I had this, but I feel like it was still a certain thing that I give and a certain product that that I give to the fans that they wanted. So there was a fight. In this fight now, it's the type of opponent that I want, and I'm giving myself 100%. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm coming in this fight 100% because after that fight, I made it to where I'm not getting back in the cage till I'm 100%. And anybody can get it. Like that's been the rule. Anybody can get it, but anybody can get it with that 100%. So I'm just making sure I'm taking care of myself because I don't want to give no like that product anymore. You know what I'm saying? I want to go in there. So I feel like this fight right here, you can expect just me having fun, me being 100%, and him beating no, if he win because it's fight and anything can happen, he beat the best me, no excuses. So you getting me that's not afraid to lose. I'm in the UFC. Win, lose or draw, which I never lose, but win, lose or draw, man. Um, I'm having fun, bro. This fight, bro. I'm coming in. Like I said, I got so much I got so much character and swag in the sport in the game that I haven't been able to express because of the arm, because of the situations. To where now it's like I'm 100%, fighting a guy, and hopefully he can make it to that date, man, because it haven't been my last five opponents haven't made it to that date. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he can make it to that date, and like I said, hopefully what I'm saying. Y'all guys get a chance to tune in, bro, and check it out.
Oh, we'll definitely be watching. What
Oh
can
yeah.
what can we as fans expect to see from you in the rest of 2025?
You said, oh, bro, man, I'm trying to run it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff going outside of fighting too. You know, it's more so, I look at it as far as it's a good business year for me, only because it's like last year, even with like let's say with management, the way management go, the way UFC go, you gotta understand, it's a big difference in American fighters in general. But it's a because if you look at it as far as the business perspective, you see these guys doing so good coming from overseas and coming from these countries because it's like, bro, we got a lot of American fighters, we got a lot of American history, and you got other places like let's say Brazil, they got fighters that's from there, but it's more so a whole country. You see what I'm saying? We're set. America is divided into states, of course, right? Cities and states. So when a fighter come from a city and he might be the only fighter from that city. But if you look at it, you know, as a fighter coming in from Mexico, bro, that's a whole country. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a management team, you managing, you seeing this guy over here came from Mexico and went up 50,000 followers after his first fight, and you from Memphis, and it's like, man, you went up 4,000. It's a you got it, you have to kind of it make you kind of bitter a little bit with the game because the UFC respect those guys and push those guys for those numbers they could bring in. And sometimes the game just not fair. So it's more so this year it's like I learned the game last year, so now this year just about man just showing everybody who Danny Barlow is, as whole in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause at the end of the day, if I feel like I had a whole country behind me, you know what I'm saying? If this was the Japan league, and you know what I'm saying, it was an honor for to make it out of America to fight in Japan. And I got the whole American fan base behind me when I go to Japan, then it's a different game for me. So now I'm learning that I have to step outside my comfort zone to connect to other guys, other things, other fans. It's not as easy, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of you guys don't even have to learn how to speak English to be successful. But as a fighter coming from Memphis, Tennessee, man, you gotta kind of get out there and do a lot more footwork. So now I got the clothing brand dropping. I'm doing another media day, you know what I'm saying, out here in Memphis. Before I did one before my debut, but I'm doing another one. And I know, and it's just a lot of people believe in me now, man. You know what I'm saying? Start out, they're like, oh, bro, come on. We done seen plenty of people, you know what I'm saying, make it and don't win on that level. But to go out there and win on that level and dominate on that level, um, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can see a whole lot more dominant performances and just certain business decisions and business deals I won't do. Like I said, man, if I got a guy that's signing this contract, I'm a real deal, like take out time to really, you know what I'm saying, just utilize, my resources on my opponents. Meaning that I'm just I know I fight anybody anytime, but I'm gonna take more time into really not just being physically prepared, but also being financially educated about those decisions. Cause like I said, like you will go out there and have a fight that you can win, but you want to dominate it. You know what I'm saying? You want to basically use every fight to maximize your career. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that fight was a loss for me because I couldn't dominate the way I wanted to, and like instead of getting the knockout and more fans and follows, I got a dub for me, a check, but then just which is everything, but I know, you know what I'm saying, like what I could have did. It wasn't maximized. So yeah. So y'all can look at 2025, right? Y'all can look at this a whole lot of more work, man. A whole lot more groundwork. No complaining. Just great work.
Hey,
Sweet.
looking forward to it, man. Well, that's really all that we have for you tonight. If you would like to let the fans know all your socials, the floor is yours.
All right, man. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that, and I got some questions for y'all too, man. Cause like I said, I get no, I don't really do a lot of interviews, bro. Only cause I be working a lot, I be moving a lot, man. So I want to hear something about y'all, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I tell, yeah. So my IG is Left Hand to God. On Facebook, on Danny Barlow. And everything else Left Hand to God. My Twitter Left Hand to God. My Snap Left Hand to God. So yeah, just go and check me out, man. Left hand number two God. So yeah, on every platform. And yeah, that's it, man. Shout out to Memphis, Tennessee, man. Shout out to New Money Daily, man. Shout out to Law School MMA, man. Shout out to my head coach Brian Hall, man. Amari Boyd, my Muay Thai coach. Jason McDonough, my Muay Thai coach. No, just all my coaches, man. Yeah, my teammates. Shout out to 4K, man. My cameraman. Yeah. Shout out to you guys for having me on y'all platform, man. Like I said, I want to hear, man. So where y'all stationed at? Where y'all at, man? Where y'all at with it?
Uh,
Kentucky.
Kentucky. For
Yeah.
real, man. Y'all close then, bro. I gotta pull up on y'all, man.
Yeah, that's
For
what I
real.
told him earlier. Maybe we should make a trip out sometime.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe
Like I
some.
said, I come to what part of Kentucky? Okay, okay. Bet. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I be going to Louisville. I mean, I be out there. I do stuff in Louisville. My sister actually stay in Kentucky right now, man. So I probably be up that way, man. I'm gonna see how close
Sweet.
you guys be, man. For real. So I definitely can make that trip.
That'd be awesome
Yeah,
to do
man.
some in-person stuff.
Oh yeah, bro. So I'm just saying, what y'all thinking about the game right now, man? As far as the UFC, how y'all liking it from a fan perspective? Like how y'all liking it? Y'all feel like it's getting better? Or y'all feel like it's plateauing or it's getting worse? What you feel like?
Uh, it could
I'll
go
let you
either
go
way,
first.
really. It just depends on where you're trying to pick at. Like, in terms of, I'd say in terms of like promoting, like people promoting on the mic and everything,
Yeah,
it's kind of got a little bit worse, in my opinion, to be honest. It's got more of like a WWE kind of feel to it in some of the conversations that they have on stage.
yeah.
But the fighting, I feel like the fighting's getting insanely good.
Okay, bet that's cool. That's
Yeah.
man. That's
I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
Honestly, I feel like the matchmaking is great. I feel like we have some boring champs right now, so let's make our way up the rankings and take that belt. So,
Hey,
yeah, but I think honestly, the sport is on a rise that it's never been on before. I think honestly, the sport's gonna keep elevating and keep going up. I don't think yeah, we're not plateaued quite yet. I think honestly, Dana's making more business moves this year already with Mark Zuckerberg and stuff like that. So yeah, man, the platform's gonna keep rising. I think honestly, in 5 years, it'll be probably five times what it is now.
okay, I feel okay. Look, this why I asked this question because I want y'all. I need guys like you. You see what I'm saying? Guys that's a fan of the sport, guys that analyze the sport, but also guys that really care. No, I say analyze what it means that you know something about the sport. You just not, man, knock this guy out.
Yeah.
Some knockout fans. We got MMA fans like knockout. We got UFC fans, and we got knockout fans. Like one just knockout fan. We just get screen. But the reason why I asked that question is because that's why I'm here, bro. I'm here because we don't have, you know, saying those characters And it's like we have champions, but we don't have those Muhammad Ali's anymore. We don't have those Floyd Mayweathers. We don't have those. No, we got the John. The thing is, it's like we losing America in the sport. You see what I'm saying? We losing the Americans in the sport, and it's because we're venturing out so wide. But at the same time, bro, I feel like it's barely anybody in the UFC that speak English. You know what I'm saying? So of course, when they grab the mic, it's getting too often. You see what I'm saying? And I just feel like it's a lot of guys that's in America, bro. Not when I say when I be honest, there's a whole lot of guys in America. I feel like the training is getting watered down because it's now the fact now you got guys that's in Russia that got that UFC connection, or you got the guys that's in Thailand that's or you can go to Thailand and get some training. But I just feel like, man, it's just scary what these guys doing in Russia, bro. And I feel like we so divided in America, and to where we can't really put a good team together to really train as hard as these Russian cats, bro. And I feel like, man, if we don't really come together, bro, and really like pull these resources together scientifically, because I ain't gonna lie, I feel like all the Russians on steroids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
that
that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But if we don't pull that's a lot of time, whatever they own, whatever they doing, if we don't pull that together soon, I just see a game dominated by Russia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And that's
saying?
funny
That's
you say that. Last night we did a podcast with Cody Stamen,
yeah,
and he was actually talking about fighters funneling money together, like after they get a bonus, whatever,
yeah.
going to Utah and building a center out there just to get that high elevation training, kind of like they do in Russia and Dagestan, stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I wish you all would, man. We need some more USA champs. I'm with that.
Yeah, I'm being real, bro. I'm just saying that's what I see. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Sure.
grind hard, I work hard. I'm the type of guy that's like, man, this wasn't this is so many other people first dream. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't my first dream. I'm here to really, man, have fun. I'm just getting to the point where I can have fun and do what I do because I had to get here first. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I wanted to know, man, because that's became my new goal, bro, to be that American champ, like, and bring that back to the game, bro. Because like when I look at it, I'm just bored as far as like you said, the mics, the it's like I feel like even the Sean O'Malley's or even the Nate Diaz's, or you got the Masvidals, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand, bro, I'm from South Memphis, bro. You know what I'm saying? We know gangster, it's like and everybody like even the Conor McGregor, like he pulled the notorious, you know what I'm saying? He pulled the notorious, to me, I feel like, man, none of it is original to me. You know what I'm saying? I know real gangsters, and I feel like me coming into the sport, I had to leave that to come into a sport. But it's so many people making money off at that image that I left. You know what I'm saying? But I can't play that image because it would be too authentic. It'll be too real to where it'll basically pull me back in. So now I'm in the point to where it's like I'm trying to kind of playing with the game a little bit, but I'm gonna bring a whole lot of resources, a whole lot of resources from those from the areas that like I'm trying to connect a lot of music, a lot of rappers, a lot of entertainment, black entertainment into the UFC, man, so we can just get that swag and that energy, what I'm saying, back into it. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, even like talking about as far as country, as far as just anything America outside, like they can represent to bring that energy, that American energy back in, not just American fighters, just American energy back into, what I'm saying, back into the UFC, man. And that's my goal, bro. Like for real, man. And I just wanted to ask this, did y'all see that? And like y'all said, bro, you said the mic, he said turn to like WWE, bro. And I was just interested to hear what y'all said, bro. I've been talking to a lot of my team about it, bro. And like it ain't so it's like we gotta focus on winning fights, but we gotta also focus on keeping UFC in America. Well, in it benefiting American fighters. For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I'm going. I ain't gonna say that on. I ain't gonna say that on camera. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that, man. But I appreciate y'all though, man. For real, man. I come up. Hey, I'll let y'all be up there in Kentucky, man. Soon, man. Just let me know what y'all want to do. Or if
Sweet.
y'all come down to Tennessee, bro, to Memphis, bro, let me know where y'all live, bro. We can tap in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll be up in Illinois here in a little bit, so we might be able to plan something out.
Okay, bet for sure, man. Like definitely, bro.
All
We'll be
right.
moving around. Well, hey, God bless, brother, and thank you so much.
All right, for sure, man.
All right.
Y'all be
Take
good.
it easy.